Well, shalom. This is another talk, basically, to those that say, lower Jesuites don't matter and all that. Basically, the whole system is a corrupt pagan system, okay? And it doesn't matter if they're high Jesuites. Obviously, they're more involved in higher levels and, higher levels of money. But the lower level ones, the education, the grassroots system, that is what education is. These people are teaching a false calendar system. They're teaching paganism. They're teaching idolatry. And basically, without all the chemicals and without everything else dumbing down the so-called population, it's very important that the so-called education authorities, as I said, aren't teaching the gospel. Now, they're not teaching the Torah either, of course, okay? So the point is that when you're born again, okay, that you see things through Jesus Christ's eyes, that the Holy Spirit is the one who testifies from the beginning of who Jesus is, and basically He's the one that gives you new life, okay, and that indwells in you, and that teaches you all truth, that Yeshua says He shall lead you into all truth. So it's very, very important to establish as many truths as possible today, because as I've gone over many times in this channel, the calendar system that we have is pagan, and if you really want to learn the true Hebrew calendar system, which even the Jewish one has been compromised through the Babylonian Talmud, which is idolatrous, okay, it is an idolatrous literature before the living God, okay. And that's the kind of thing that not only Yeshua came to testify, but the prophets, okay, and also those that have came thereafter. So what I'm saying is that even the lesser things, that we put aside and say, well, these things are important, these are the things that actually will actually show you, God's plan. These are the things that will heighten your spirituality. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that it will make you have a closer walk with Jesus Christ, okay? Because what Jesus says is that there'll be those who have done miracles, there'll be those that have prophesied, there'll be those that have healed the sick, and on that day I'll tell them, I do not know you, I've never known you, because you're a worker of iniquity, you're a worker of lawlessness. In other words, you've actually taught lawlessness, you've taught another law, or you've taught not to have any law, actually. That's what lawlessness means. It means that you just live according to your own instincts, okay, not according to what I would call Holy Spirit instinct, which is you listen to the voice of God, you listen to the teachings of God. You don't listen to your own carnal heart, okay? Your own carnal heart is all about carnal desires, okay? All sorts of carnal desires in this world. Satan tempted Christ that way. Firstly, he tempted him with food. Then he tempted him with power. And then he said that, well, if you're really the Son of God, he actually doubted his sonship, okay? So, basically, two of those were carnal, and one of them was a direct attack on who Christ was, okay? So Satan tries very similar things to us, and it's just through the grace of God that we can overcome anything that the enemy has thrown at us. That's the main thing. But obviously, what I'm trying to say here is that the Hebrew calendar, which you have new moons and Sabbaths and other holy days, that is part of the true covenant of God, okay? That is what the King James Bible testifies. And I don't really care who you are. You have got to really, really take this very, very seriously, okay? And it's coming from a guy, okay? It's not wearing a suit, and maybe that isn't looking all that great most of the time, okay? But the point is that there's other people that are coming into these truths that Christ is completely calling out of the system. And it's important just to grasp these facts. Okay, thanks very much for listening. May the Lord bless you.